You're listening to the Snyder-Collin podcast, brought to you by FPP Broadcasting.
This week's episode brought to you by
Time paradoxes.
What even are they, really, you know?
It's like a loop, you know?
Yeah, like a loop type thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Very mind-bending.
Yeah, we're in one right now, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll explain that after the intro. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. We'll be right back.
President. Oh, man. Yeah. As you can see what I'm on today, just like we on every other day, you know, go get it. Get to the bag, music, you know. Cool to try me type shit, you know. I'm a rare individual, cut off your hand if it's killing you. You gotta stand on your tippy don't take. I got cool like a booty. She give me tank, then I sleep on her booty.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the infamous, controversial Snyder-Collin podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm your host, Colin Goody.
And I'm your co-host, Jacob Snyder. And just so we let everybody know what's happening, if you hear like a weird buzzing sound behind us, or like a little like didn't kind of like that,
It's nothing to be alarmed about.
Yeah, no, there's not like a fucking bomb in the house or anything. Like, you don't have to worry about that. But there is a cameraman. We have a cameraman here right now. Will you ever see this footage? No, you won't. So fuck all of you. Not really though. No, honestly, Dav is actually in the building right now, but he's not here to guest. He's here to do a project for his schoolwork. I know, right? What a noob. Attending school. What a fucking pussy.
He's documenting this.
Yeah, he is documenting this.
For God only knows why. He's probably going to get like a C on this project.
It's for Pornhub, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a Pornhub exclusive.
You know, Jacob, I'm so fucking sick and tired of the Photoshop.
Oh, God.
So, we don't have anything too timely to talk about because we are actually recording this in the past.
Yeah, we are. We're currently in the month of January. It's January.
The end of January, like
Yeah,
the 29th or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Because by the time this is airing, you're not even going to be in the state anymore.
You're right. I'll actually be in the state of California by the time this is airing. So anybody listening right now, I mean, like, you know, in real time, it's weird to talk about that. It's like supposed to be like May or June.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's listening to this, but it's January.
I wonder what March is going to be like.
Boy, I wonder. I wonder how Avengers Infinity War was. Wait, does that even come out?
Yeah,
we're gone?
Probably. It comes out like the first week of May.
Oh, interesting.
I hope it was cool. I hope Thanos fucked up some Avengers.
Yeah.
I hope he ripped Hawkeye in half.
What other movies are coming out before?
All right, when are you expecting to come back?
June something-ish.
Well,
I don't remember. I think I'll be gone for 3 podcasts, which is a long time.
Well, May, I know we're getting Infinity War and Deadpool 2. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Anything else is kind of escaping me at the moment, unfortunately. So yeah, those are big ones. What are you looking more forward to, Deadpool 2 or Avengers?
Avengers all day long, because I think that Deadpool losing its director kind of lost some excitement from me. But they are the same people that did like John Wick and stuff, so it might be really great. Who knows? Who's to say, really? You know?
It might be better than the first. Sequels are often a little bit more difficult to do, but yeah, I'm looking more forward to this Avengers movie.
Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to go the way people think, in the words of Luke Skywalker.
It is
from The Last Jedi.
Is Infinity War going to be the last Jedi of the Avenger movies?
Oh, it could. Let's how do you think the reception of The Last Jedi will change over the next 6 months?
Before I answer that, I think this is how Infinity War is going to start off. Loki or someone who has like an Infinity Stone for Thanos' gauntlet is going to be approaching him with it, and Thanos is going to put it in the gauntlet and just be staring at whoever the character is, like Loki, or I don't know who else interacts with them in the MCU.
Yeah.
But he just takes the Infinity Gauntlet and he just tosses it behind his shoulder.
Oh my god, fuck you.
And it like breaks.
You're such a bitch.
And he doesn't even use the gauntlet. And everyone's like, oh my god, this is genius. This is so This is so genius. It subverted. Oh,
We didn't expect it, and that makes it good.
yeah. So, do you think the reception for The Last Jedi is going to be different? Because right now it's like 50-50. Old Star Wars fans hate it. New Star Wars fans are like, it's brilliant and it's taking the movie into an exciting
You
new
know,
direction.
I wouldn't even say that. I recently had a conversation with a close personal friend of mine, whom I won't name on the podcast. I won't name them.
Okay.
It's confidential.
All
okay?
right. Yeah,
You
all right,
dickhead.
cool.
But I pulled out the old fashioned quote because he said he hadn't seen The Last Jedi yet, and I was like, first off, what the fuck is wrong with you? Where even are you? Recently had a child, and that's no excuse. Okay, if you're a human who claims to love Star Wars, abort the baby if you don't think you can fucking make the showing. Okay.
Take that baby into the theater.
Just looked right in the camera for David. No, just kidding. I wouldn't leave it in. No, don't actually abort your baby. That's fucking. I was just saying something as terrible as I could possibly say.
Unless it's
so I freaked David out, but he didn't crack. He didn't even laugh. Probably thought I was being serious. Anyway.
Hey, it
wasn't.
sounds like he's just busy. He doesn't have time to go see some crappy Star Wars movie made by Disney.
He just didn't have time. He hasn't made it yet. Not a big deal. But he was like, yeah, it seems like all the new Star Wars fans, like the younger crowds, really loved it, and the older crowds hated it. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't call myself an older crowd, but I'm certainly a purist in that I like the originals more than I like the prequels. Whereas I understand that there's that fucking beep. I understand that there's a group of people who grew up with the prequels and those are their Star Wars movies. I understand that. I get it. Okay, I understand. I get it.
You know, I like to think that I'm like Luke when it comes to my Star Wars fandom. I'm like a gray Jedi. You know?
Yeah, you like both?
I'm new school and old school.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like the hipster Luke.
Yeah.
I'm the hipster Luke Skywalker.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'm more of an original trilogy fan than I am a prequel trilogy fan. I'll definitely say that, but like I like the movie. It doesn't matter. Really, we've talked so much about this. It doesn't matter if it's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Oh, these are the... Sorry. Got a little caught up there in the months song. I love it. It's a fucking banger.
You know what? I think episode 9 is gonna kind of like disregard The Last Jedi, and it's gonna be a sequel to The Force Awakens.
I think you're right. Sort of like a Dark Knight Rises avoided The Dark Knight. It more of focused on being a sequel to Batman Begins, because The Dark Knight was
like that.
Probably the worst movie in that trilogy.
The Dark Knight?
Yeah, The Dark Knight was the worst movie in the Nolan Batman trilogy, with I think Dark Knight Rises being a little bit superior to Batman Begins.
Are you kidding me right
yes,
now?
I am.
Okay, good. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if you were serious or not.
Very seriously. David, what noise were you making there? You knocked something over.
Oh, I was trying to sit myself on the bed and like this thing.
Oh, you can remove anything from that bed if you want to lay down. I mean, like, yeah, you can throw it through the wall if you want, but like, I more of meant like gently. Oh boy, okay, that's not. Hold on, that's not even latched on. Yeah, that's how it's done. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. It's a toolbox. You ever used one? Sorry, that was shady. I'm sorry.
God damn.
That was a bit of a subtweet.
Fucking salty.
Hey, fuck both of you.
So, you know, The Last Jedi was still a sequel to The Force Awakens because it picked up in the same location, that temple, you know?
Yeah. I mean...
You can't really make... God damn it, David.
Hey, David, do you get everything out of the way now?
Just
get everything out of the way right now.
Do you want to go outside?
Okay? Are you okay?
No.
Do you need to lay down?
We're trying to talk...
You said no when I said, are you okay?
We're trying to talk about Star Wars over here, man. Dude, we're trying to talk about Star Wars, alright? And you keep making noises. Dude, oh, Jacob, another movie that comes out in May is Solo.
Oh, kill me.
Yeah.
I wonder how that was.
Yeah, I wonder how
probably
that was
terrible.
Too. It was, yeah, probably.
When does it come out in May? Do you know?
May, like, 19th.
Are we going to be able to review it?
No. Fuck you.
Wait, really? There's not going to be enough time? That's crazy.
That's
crazy talk.
I'll just
Let me see when the 19th. You say? Is that a definite thing?
No, I would not bet my life on it, but I think it's like mid of May.
David, make
Middle
yourself
May?
useful and find out when Solo: A Star Wars Story comes out.
Oh, just let me.
Definitely doesn't come out on the 19th because that is a Saturday.
So the 18th.
It's probably the 18th. Yeah. Well, we have time to review that. That'll be reviewed. I leave on the 25th.
Oh, so yeah, we can still review like Avengers and.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll still have time to do that. We'll
Oh,
get
okay,
all the
great.
important reviews out of the way.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep.
So, anyways, back to Star Wars.
Always back to Star
even
Wars.
though The Last Jedi didn't feel.
Do you have an answer?
May 25th.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
It comes out on the 25th of May.
Yeah.
That's the date I leave.
Damn
It's
you.
the 41st anniversary of Star Wars Episode 4.
Wow.
Wow. The 40th?
41st.
Ah.
Okay. Well, we won't be reviewing that.
Anyways, back to Star Wars.
Man,
so-
that sucks.
Anyways,
We can still see it together on the 24th.
Yeah,
which
we
is
can.
a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We can. In theory, we could watch it and then do a flash review, like a podcast, right after.
Potentially.
Right after we do it, just have it up and upload it then.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
that.
I think that'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll get us tickets to as early a showing as we possibly can.
Then that means by the time you're hearing this, that solo podcast will already be up.
Yeah.
So this is fucking pointless for us to talk about.
I mean, it
on
doesn't
air.
matter.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Who
Time-
cares? It'll probably be terrible. But if it's not, that'd be great. You know, I think that it might be like, let's go ahead and make our predictions then. So
it's
people,
All right.
it's going to be a Rogue One type situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a soulless Star Wars movie
I can agree with that.
that doesn't really have that much like entertainment to me, other than just like, oh, look at how expensive it was to make this movie because we can make something that looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm
A
gonna
little
see
bit
it
of a
once and
little bit of a hot take prediction that I have. I think that Donald Glover is going to be the worst part of it. I think that he will be. It won't be his acting. It'll be that they write Lando in a terrible way.
Did they even like reshoot his scenes?
Yeah.
Because like in some interview a while back, he was like, they really didn't like. It was pretty easy. I didn't even have to reshoot that much stuff. But I feel like it was like a lie.
I mean,
Just
I
to
think
make-
it was a lie that the
just to give-
studio probably told him to tell.
Yeah, exactly. To give him good publicity, and they're like, really? They're like, okay. To be honest, what Phil and Lord Miller, it wasn't even a Star Wars movie. Okay, we just lied.
I mean,
It was actually.
it was Crocodile Dundee 3, 4.
Did you hear about that like fake Dundee movie with Danny McBride?
Yeah.
That was-
Did you even think it was real for a second? Or?
No, because by the time I was finding out about it on like YouTube and stuff, everyone was already like, "This movie's not real. Like, it doesn't have an IMDb page. It doesn't have like, everyone knew it was like some sort of hoax. Like, people figured it out.
Okay.
There's no trailer for it, but apparently it was like made.
Yeah, there was a trailer that was made.
Oh, there was a trailer?
Yeah,
Oh.
and there's like a couple of them. One of them has Chris Hemsworth.
I thought they were just posters,
No,
publicity photos.
there's a trailer for it.
And
It's fake.
And what were they advertising for this hoax? Just like Australia?
I guess,
To like
yeah.
come visit Australia?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, fair enough. It's good enough reason, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Crocodile Dundee?
No.
I've seen Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, and I remember it being really crappy. I saw it at Movies 8 when I was like 7.
Wow, I'm really sorry for you.
And the only thing I remember in that movie
Mhm.
was Crocodile Dundee. They went up to a Wendy's drive-thru, and Crocodile Dundee, he's like, "Hello, Wendy."
Oh god.
And I remember like thinking that was such a lame joke.
It is. It is a lame joke.
Hi, Wendy.
What is this, Peter Pan?
Crocodile Dundee was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Oh, God, that's AIDS.
Mm-hmm. That's
Really?
not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, it was. And Paul Hogan won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy. Dude, everyone loved Crocodile Dundee in the 80s. People were obsessed with Australia.
I guess
in
it
the
was
80s.
kind of groundbreaking.
Toto's song. Oh, wait, that's Africa, not Australia. Still.
Wow,
same thing.
that's embarrassing. Do you feel bad about yourself?
No.
All right, good. I'm glad. So, Collin, man, what do we even talk about on this weird in-between episode?
I'm really,
prequel, sequel?
dude, I'm really thirsty. I need a drink, man.
You just drink some of David's water. I'm sure it's fine.
It's flu season.
Hey, David, do you have the flu? Maybe you should go get another glass of water.
Yeah, dude, I'm really...
You'll fill in for him? Okay, yeah. Collin, go get a glass of water. Do you know where they are?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. If my family addresses you, just pretend you're me.
I'll be like, production?
God, you guys must hate me.
Yeah, we kind of do.
Yeah, I understand why, I guess. So, hey, David.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. What about you?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
Yeah? Did you get all the footage you needed?
I still got a little more. I'll probably shoot more towards the end.
Fair enough. You just took a break a little bit?
Yeah, because the video's only supposed to be like 5 minutes.
Oh, well, you're getting a lot of footage.
I've got way more than 5 minutes already. I gotta cut it.
Well,
But, yeah.
that's okay.
I'm gonna post a lot of it on my YouTube channel.
Oh, well, I'm excited to see that.
Oh, yeah.
I love your YouTube channel.
Oh, thanks,
I'm
man.
a big fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this podcast, as you can tell.
Thanks, man. You've been on it like 90 times. I'm glad you're a fan.
I might as well just be a part of it.
You might. I mean, I think you're a regular anyway. At this point, if you appear again, I'm not putting your name in the description.
Oh, dude, come on.
I mean, I'll put it in the description, like as your Twitter and shit, but I'm not putting it in the title anymore.
Nah,
because it's
you don't
like,
put it in the title. Just
it's
put it
like-
like, yeah, just like, honestly, Dad joins the pod. Well, we talk
pretty
about
much.
fucking.
No, you can keep going. It's fine. Colin can drink his water.
All right,
Yeah,
my bad.
I wanted to ask you, just quickly,
Okay.
or not quickly, take as long as you want. If you want to drag this out to be on the pod longer, go for it. Doesn't matter. So what is this assignment that you have to do for school? We won't name what school you go to. It doesn't matter.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, we both go to the same one. Turns out
we do.
we have lunch often.
Yes, we do actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Other things happen often. Hilarity ensues.
yes.
Anyway, what is this video project that you're working on here?
It's a direct cinema project that is for my documentary film class.
Okay.
I have to pretend to be like a fly on the wall as I like observe people,
Yeah.
and I just chose you guys because you guys are cool.
I mean, that's up for debate. You know what I'm saying?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
but
Some people think we're dickheads.
yeah, that's true. But
I tend to
not
agree with them.
Not to me. Not to me.
Thanks,
you guys are
David.
angels.
Cherubs, if you will.
More like
Seraphims.
more like a.
Like Lucifer, an angel like that.
Oh yeah, you guys are just like
That
some-
type.
Yeah.
The kind that like are stricken out of heaven forever and are damned to an abyss of fire and hell forever.
Is that this podcast?
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Pretty much in a
Then
nutshell,
yes,
yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Spotify. Nah,
What?
just kidding.
Where are we?
Just kidding.
All right, I'm gonna let Colin.
I guess
take this
Colin
back.
can have the pod back.
All right, he wants me out.
Well, I could always just add a third mic, but do I really feel like doing that? Not
No,
really.
no, it's okay.
Nah.
Everyone, follow me on YouTube at Honestly Dav. I'm plugging myself real quick. All right,
That's fine.
peace.
Yep. See you, Dav. Go sit on my bed.
I'm hydrated.
Oh, thank God.
So, a few months ago, well, really a few weeks ago,
Okay.
we did a video where we talked about all the M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing that. And I figured since we don't really have anything else much to talk about, figured we could go ahead and talk about a director, Jacob.
What director?
Well,
Because I don't know if I want to do this yet. You have to run it by me before we do this.
While doing the podcast.
Yeah. I was just gonna like talk about like times where, you know, like, I don't know, the going got tough, but we persevered. But I guess we can talk about a director too, that's fine.
Nah.
Alright. What director? Would you mind telling me?
Nah.
Okay. I was serious though. What director?
My computer was about to die.
Oh, well, you can plug it in.
The charger's different.
Oh, you don't have the charger?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no one's to blame but you for that, so don't give it to him. Do not allow him to do this. He made his bed, let him sleep in it. Good, get out of here. David, what kind of charger is that? Oh my god, does that fit mine? Put it in here. Make this as sexual as possible. Oh my god, it fits. That's insane. David, you're the only other person I've ever met whose charger fits that. That's
No way.
yeah.
It's because you both have MacBook Pros. Duh.
It's because they're old, Collin.
Duh.
Get a grip. So, Collin,
What's up?
nothing much, man. We did a little video today, which is the first video of our show that we have. I'm thinking about calling it something other than the Snyder-Collin show. We should decide on this podcast so that later, once this is out and like about, and we do the show regularly, we should like people should be able to look into the decision-making process on what to call the show. Because we have the vlog. We have, which I assume will be up by then. Or by now, I guess. If we're talking like that. Let's just pretend we're in May. Anyway, what should we call it other than the Snyder-Collin show? Because I think that just sounds a little bit too much like the Snyder-Collin podcast, and I don't want it to be like, oh, this is basically just a short version of the podcast. I think that the shorter one is kind of amazing. Or like,
What about that media show?
no, I don't like it.
You get it? Like that 70s show?
Yes, I get
and
it.
that 80s show?
I get it.
We
Why
love
don't we call
media.
it? Why don't we call it the media store? Just kidding. Let's not do that. I guess.
If you want to, I guess.
No, it's fine. Let's call it baking with Collin.
Hello, everyone. Today we're gonna make scrambled eggs, and I know what you're thinking. Isn't that what I've been doing in every episode? Because that's all I can really make is scrambled eggs. Every episode, I make scrambled eggs. You want to know how I make
down
my
with that.
scrambled eggs?
How? Scrambled?
Yes.
Okay.
I get the eggs out, I crack them open in the bowl, and I start whipping them. I don't even have the stove on yet. The stove has not been turned on yet.
Okay.
So then I turn on the stove, and I set it to a high setting, like a really high setting. Some people do like medium. Fuck that. I want like I'm hungry. I don't have like there's no time to waste when scrambling these eggs. Okay. So you gotta wait for the pan to get hot, and some people use like Pam or olive oil.
Sure,
I
yeah.
use butter. I use butter. Put it on the
You
skillet.
cheeky bitch.
I make sure there's a
God.
lot of butter on there, and I take the spatula and I put like the little chunk of butter, and I take the spatula around and I start painting the pan with the butter. Because I'm like,
What are you, a Picasso?
Like, who just like sits there and waits for like, oh, I'm just gonna let the butter like melt.
You
Like,
basically
no, 'cause then
Van
it's just-
Gogh this pan.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you don't, the butter's just gonna stay in like one spot, and then
Yeah,
you're gonna
totally.
then you're gonna put your eggs in there, and they're gonna stick. So
Yeah.
you got to paint the pan with the butter.
Paint it with the butter?
Yes,
With the butter.
well with the
With
you're painting the pan with the butter. Like
Okay.
like you're buttering the pan.
Okay.
like you're spreading the butter.
So I spread the butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while the butter is crisping up and bubbling, that's
Painting?
when you're stirring. Whip, stir.
Whip,
Whip,
stir,
stir.
baby.
Whip, stir. Whip, stir.
Okay.
And then
If you say whip, stir one more time, I might have an erection.
whip, stir.
Okay.
It's a Star Wars holiday special reference.
Is it
Yeah.
the Wookiees? The
Yeah.
Wookiee baking show?
Yeah, it's like whip, whip, stir.
Yeah,
Whip,
yeah,
whip,
yeah.
stir. Do you know what I'm talking about, David?
Yeah,
No.
You,
I've
you,
seen it.
you do?
Have you seen the holiday special, David?
I have, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Have you seen have you seen Caravan of Courage?
The
That's
Ewok
the
movie?
Ewok movies,
like
yeah.
the...
Wait, is there like a little girl in it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Why? Why have you
don't
seen
know.
all of these? No one sees these.
My dad showed them. He's got a access.
Wait, does he have them, like the physical copies?
I think he might have the Ewok one.
That's amazing. There's two of them. There's Caravan of Courage and Battle of Endor.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then
think they're
there's
just-
the Droids show.
They're made straight to like VHS, I guess. I don't think they went to theaters or anything.
Yeah. I
Any-
wonder if there's a Blu-ray copy of them.
No, probably a fan-made version, I'd assume.
Is that good enough
Maybe.
for you?
Um,
How much would you pay for such a thing?
like $15
Okay.
at the most.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
spend like 25 on like a collector's edition of Caravan of Courage. Anyways,
But what if it's like a slipcover copy with Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor?
Is it like in both, like in one set?
Yeah.
And is it officially released by Lucasfilm?
Yes.
And then yeah, I'd
But
I'd maybe buy it.
Okay, but would you buy a $50 mega ultra HD Blu-ray thing? But like it also contains a Blu-ray of the holiday special with behind the scenes footage. $50 for that,
Well-
Caravan of Courage. Well, both of the Ewok movies, holiday special, and you know what? The pilot of Droids, the cartoon show.
Well, if the holiday special is going to be on Blu-ray, I don't think you can actually restore it because I'm pretty sure it was just like shot on like tape or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they used film. They used like TV cameras, so like it's probably not going to look that great. Which
It's
isn't
the
the
novelty
point.
of having
yeah,
one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. That's actually a tough question if I'd actually like purchase this or not. Because I
mean,
feel like I would, and I just like wouldn't watch them.
why would
Or-
you watch them? It's just to have every Star Wars movie, like technically. They're canon.
Maybe,
They're not canon.
yeah. Especially imagine if like Lucasfilm was like, "Yo, the holiday special." Yes, it is. It is very much canon. In fact, Episode 9 takes place on Life Day.
Oh my god. Life Day is such a weird replacement for like a holiday. I mean, I guess like wasn't the holiday special coming off of Star Wars Episode 4, I guess if you will?
Yeah, I believe there was no Empire Strikes Back.
No, but we do see Boba Fett for the first time in it.
Really,
Yes, we see him in cartoon form.
David? Is that true?
Wait, what are you guys talking about? Sorry.
You see in the Star Wars holiday special, you see Boba Fett in cartoon form.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you
Wait,
do.
oh,
You do. It's the first appearance of Boba Fett in Star Wars history. It's in the holiday special. Technically, it canonizes that a little bit. But there's also like a cartoon bit where like Han and Luke and like the cartoon bit is actually way better than the holiday special itself. You're like, wow, why can't I watch this? This is great.
Isn't there like some weird like Cirque du Soleil, the hologram dancer?
Yeah, and like there's weird like VR porn. It's great. It's great. It's weird that it even exists.
Yeah, and George Lucas hates it too.
Oh yeah, if he could track down every copy, he would.
Yeah, and he'd destroy it with a hammer.
What a guy.
I know. Don't you love his beard?
I love his beer belly.
His like fat neck, but he like keeps it shaved except for like a very thin strap of hair.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're gross.
He is gross. That's nerd god.
Anyways, so you're
What a segue.
you're stirring the eggs.
Oh god. Oh,
And,
do we have to keep talking about this?
Yeah, I like making
Why?
eggs.
Okay, fine. Whip, whip, stir.
Stir, whip, whip.
Yep.
Oh, I got a fart. So you're letting the butter kind of like burn a little bit.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's how you know it's hot as fuck. That the pan is hot as
Jesus.
fuck. So then you take your bowl of like egg goo and you lift it like maybe like 2 feet above the pan, and then you let it slowly pour. So like the egg's getting like a lot of like airdrop into the pan, like a high pour into the pan. It makes that sound, you know. The egg is already coagulating into meat because the pan is so fucking hot.
Yeah,
but
I get it. Yeah.
So once all the egg is in the pan and now it's cooking, you start stirring it right away. That's how I do it. Like, once it's in there.
I get it, yeah.
You don't let it sit.
No. Why would you?
Mm-mm. And because I like my eggs to be kind of like fluffy, you know?
Yeah. I see you as a fluffy little bitch.
Yeah, like fluffy eggs. With just a fine layer of like being overcooked. Just a little bit. Because I don't like my eggs runny.
So it's
a fine balance.
So you like your eggs seared?
Yes.
Kind of fried almost.
Yeah, kinda, a little bit. If I can find I want to find a good balance of them, like not being runny, but not being like too dried out.
You like your eggs small, but large.
How many eggs do you normally eat if you were to make an egg
like
meal?
Scrambled eggs, or
yeah.
I think like with scrambled eggs, probably like 3 eggs would do me.
Yeah. I was about to say it too. If you were like probably like 7, I'd be like, God damn.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. That's too many.
3 or 4. David, how many eggs do you think you could eat if you were scrambling eggs? Like how many would you like scramble?
Probably like
3. All right, so 3's the norm.
Yeah, that's a pretty average. Yeah, it's a pretty average answer, David. You're pretty average.
So,
As a guy. No worries, man. Love you.
So once
Love you, David. Hey, David, I love you.
So
Thank you.
So once the eggs are cooking and being scrambled,
Mm-hmm.
I jiggle to my refrigerator really quick while they're frying, as quickly as possible.
You telling
I
this
do a
story
little
makes
shimmy.
my eyes very heavy.
I do a little shimmy quickly to
That's
the fridge, and I
adorable.
open
I
it
love
and I
it.
grab shredded cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to be very quickly. I'm like, oh fuck, because I don't want the eggs to burn. So I get the shredded cheese, and I put as much of it as I can on the fried eggs.
Sure,
Make them nice and cheesy.
Yeah.
Some good cheesy eggs.
Oh, yeah, I 100%. Oh, it's that time of the night again. David's recording.
So once I have my eggs frying and lots of cheese and everything in there, this is when I prepare the toast.
The toast.
Yeah, I put 2 things of white bread in my toaster and I let them toast. Sometimes I do it before I'm even making the eggs. That way I already just have the bread ready. Because generally you want to have your toast ready before the eggs.
Anybody would, yeah.
Because if not, then you're going to be waiting on your toast and your eggs are going to get cold. And
Yeah.
cold eggs are horrible.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck about cold eggs, you know?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like eggs are, to me, maybe a boiled egg. You can eat those cold.
Yeah.
Egg salad, but scrambled eggs, fried eggs, I want them burning my mouth as I'm eating them. Like I want my tongue numb.
I want your tongue to numb
So
mine.
So I have my toast. I have my toast in the fucking toaster, bro. And I'm scrambling up these fucking eggs. And once the toast is done, I put them on a nice plate.
Yeah, on a silver platter. Yes.
Not like a cardboard box.
No, what are you, a peasant?
Growing up, those like carpet samples, like those swabs.
Yeah.
We just cut those out and we used those as plates.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like really thick things of carpet samples.
I don't even know how that would work. That's beautiful though. I love that.
Yeah, we use those as plates. So if you're eating like spaghetti, we just put it on these carpet samples. And
Abraham Lincoln practiced his calligraphy with pieces of wood with like charcoal that he would write in, and you ate your food on carpet samples.
Yes.
So I guess both of you are amazing men in your own rights.
So whenever my eggs are done and my toast is on the plate, I take the pan, and sometimes I trip and the eggs go everywhere, so I have to just remake everything. I take the eggs and I dump them on the toast, dump them, not subtly either. Sometimes I do it from a distance, and eggs get all over the counter and everything. So there's eggs everywhere, and you just leave those behind. You don't clean that up. You just leave them there. So you throw a little salt, a little pepper on them, but you can't forget about the hot sauce. Anything,
How could you?
anything savory or meat related, it needs hot sauce. So I soak the eggs in hot sauce, and then I make it into a sandwich, and I have a nice, using the toast.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and it's delicious. Maybe make a bagel or have a nice glass of eggnog if it's in season. And that's breakfast Colin Goody style.
That's Thanks, David. That was the worst story you've ever told on this podcast. That was terrible.
You know, I'm just a man who enjoys some nice scrambled eggs. That's all.
What are you, Bill Clinton?
Turn on, watch Good Morning America, have a glass of orange juice.
Hey man, I like your button. It's a thing. Hey man. It's a John Mulaney thing. Drew would get that reference. They don't listen to the podcast though, so they won't get it.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand.
I mean, who would? Who would listen to it? Speaking of that, we learned about something today. It's I'm looking at David. I can't fucking remember what I was saying.
What did we learn? I don't remember
from
learning
Garen.
anything.
I'll hint it to you so you can guess what I was thinking. We learned it from Garen. This will give it away. Someone.
Oh, we have a new fan.
Yeah, we have a new fan.
Yay.
I wonder by this time if she's still listening.
Probably not. Her and Garen might have broken up for all we know.
Yeah, you're right. Garen's a player.
Garen's a shitty guy.
Yeah, he is. She probably. I have never met me personally, but likelihood is high that if she's like nice at all, Garen does not deserve her. Because Garen deserves, I don't know, fucking Allison Janney in I, Tonya. He deserves to be beaten profusely by his mate. And that's not because of the color of his skin, okay?
Garen's black?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah. Garen's like really black, too.
No, he's not.
He's like
Do
really...
not fool the audience.
Like, he looks like he's like really, really, really dark.
Garen is very light.
It's hard to see.
Garen is... Shut up. This has gotten very racy very quickly. Should we remove this from the podcast?
So, I hear we have a new fan of the show.
We do.
Yay!
Apparently her name is Gianna. She's a friend of Garen. She's more than a friend of Garen, if I'm being honest. But she might not be at the time of at the time of listening to this. And you know what? It is okay if you're not dating anywhere. Relationships fail, they ebb and flow. Life as a whole is a series of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster. You just can't get off, And so
not
to
until
make
the ride's over.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
Once
get the ride to end,
once
you
it's
either
going.
Yeah, you have to blow your brains out to get the ride to end. So I mean, either way, it's a tough one. It's a tough ride. Don't kill yourself if you're going through a tough time. Don't ever do that. It's not funny. I'll read off the number. If you're ever thinking about suicidal thoughts or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, here, if you ever have like suicidal thoughts or anything like that, there is a phone number that you can call if you're feeling depressed at all. It's 1-800-273-8255. Just go ahead and give that number a call.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea to do that if you're having these types of issues, for sure. Definitely do that.
Something. There's something I want to bring up on the pod, real quick. You recently just took your shirt off. Would you mind providing context to that, please? Why you took your shirt off?
Well, you see, I thought it would be funny if while you were oh god, all eyes are on me. All eyes are on me. I thought it would be funny if while you were distracted, if you looked up and I had my shirt off and it worked, because I don't think you saw me take off my shirt at all. Did you?
Yeah, I did. And I was trying to keep it in.
Oh, damn it, then I failed, because I thought you were, like, gonna look up, and next thing you saw was me being shirtless. I'm a kook. What can I say? I'm a fucking kook.
You're like XXX Tentacion.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was awful.
And this is, are you putting this on your Snapchat?
Yeah.
Damn it. Everyone's gonna see
That's what he gets.
my scrawny
That's
ass
what he
body.
gets. That's amazing.
Sometimes, come on, guys, take off your shirts.
I'm fine,
Yeah,
if I'm
I'm
honest.
good.
Let's take
Yeah,
off,
like, I'm alright.
let's take off your pants and belts.
Boy, it's late, isn't it?
Let's get naked.
This is getting to you.
I'm just,
You're free.
I am free. Oh,
This is so
I
weird,
feel
man.
like a woman.
That's great, Colin.
Do you guys want me to put my shirt back on?
You don't have to if you don't want to. It's really up to you. If you want to finish off the rest of this episode like that, you can do that. It doesn't really matter to me. But just so the listener is aware, he definitely has his shirt off. Anyway, let's get back
I've never done that before in a podcast.
Taking your shirt off?
Yeah.
Neither have I.
I mean,
don't think we
lots of
have
people
had enough episodes for that.
Yeah, so this is a first, you know?
Yeah.
Shirtless podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
David has his shoes off.
Oh my god, you're right.
I mean, he's wearing socks, but the shoes are off.
The shoes are off, as they say. The gloves are off, is the real reference. Wow, Colin's now drumming his belly. All right. Well, our new listener, welcome to the show. Albeit 5 months late. Sorry, we
literally we have nothing to talk about
Yeah,
on this podcast.
there's nothing to talk about because like we're out of time. In that like we're men out of time.
Some would say we're desperate for podcasts. For content on the internet. Just
Yeah, you're right.
throw any shit up there, see what sticks.
I mean, that's always been what we do, though. The episode of whatever we filmed earlier is gonna be something else. It's gonna make
I'm a bit ashamed.
history.
I'm a bit ashamed of what we're doing.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I don't care. Turns out. Oh, are you putting your shirt back on? Why? I'm glad that you laughed.
I'll fucking kill you.
Oh my god. That's just mean, Colin.
I'll kill you all. I'll kill you all.
What is that from?
It's from It.
Is that really? That's not from it.
Yeah, it is.
Is that from the older version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who cares then? You know? It's not the real It.
I will feast on your fear as I devour your flesh.
That's not how he said it.
I will feast
on your flesh as I feast on your fear. Oh, I'm a clown. And I'm from another dimension. And I'm also a werewolf. And I'm also a leper. And I'm, speaking of lepers, today I saw an armadillo, a live one. I came across a live armadillo, and he was just walking around minding his own business. I named him Army Hammer, not important why.
Did you fucking punt him like a football?
No, I did not. I didn't want my foot to get leprosy. But
do armadillos carry leprosy?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Well, clearly you didn't listen to the podcast that you weren't on.
What?
We learned that. Dav and I were taught that by Ezekiel.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that man.
Dat boy.
That boy.
Who dat boy?
That boy. DAT boy. Thanks for laughing. David, anytime you laugh, thank you. Just thank you in advance. You're so cute.
So if an armadillo bites you and you're just like, I'm okay with this, you might get leprosy. If you're like, this is fine.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Yeah. I mean, you could. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's Pennywise. That's the old Pennywise. That's how he sounded.
Hiya, Georgie. Would you like a balloon? We all float. That's my bad Tim Curry Pennywise
It's really
impression.
not that bad. It's pretty solid. I think that you're humble bragging. Oh, it's my bad Tim Curry impression. Oh my god, it just sucks. Oh,
All right.
I just don't.
All right,
Do
fine.
I look good?
All right,
do
fine.
do I look
Do I
okay?
look cute?
Like, yeah, like
All right.
I only worked for like 15 hours on this outfit. Like, I think it looks terrible.
I bleached my butthole and everything, but is it still cute? Bends over, spreads cheeks. Yeah, you're.
I feel like there's shit on it.
Does it smell bad?
Actually, no, it smells like flowers.
Hey, all right, Jacob. I want
Yeah.
you to ask me to do an impression of any celebrity or character.
Collin, do an impression.
Has to be someone who's like worth the impression. It can't be like Jason Sudeikis, where it's just like what, like.
That's how a normal guy talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Do an impression of.
And let us know down in the comments or tweet Jacob to be like, oh, it was decent or it was bad or
Yeah,
wow,
it
that was
terrible.
funny.
Yeah.
We want your feedback, and that's what's important.
Do an impression. I'll just throw you up. I'll throw you up a softball first,
Okay.
and then we'll get harder. Do an impression of Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, I love my monsters. I learn so much from them in my films, and they take such a big part of me. And I love movie magic.
All right.
That's I love.
Isn't that great? All right. Do your Tarantino while we're here.
I've been writing for like 4 days straight, and I can't stop. And that's when I knew this picture was gonna be Pulp Fiction.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And then we shot it on film, and I still have the film. And when me and Robert were working on Sin City, when I first met Frank Miller, I was like, "Is that?" I was geeking out.
Just for continuity's sake, we'll do a local celebrity.
Okay.
Ernest Calderon of the We Bought a Mic podcast.
Hello, welcome to We Bought a Mic, a pop culture podcast. Hey, I'm Drew Dietzen. And I'm Hunter Mobley. That's my
David's dying in the back.
That's my We Bought a Mic impression.
It's pretty solid. I like it. I don't really have one. All right. Maybe this will prompt them to do impressions of us.
I'm gonna do an impression of myself.
Okay. All right. Do an impression of my impression of you.
Alright, so I'm doing an impression of Jacob Snyder doing an impression of me. So, like, Twin Peaks is really Lynchian. That's Jacob's impression of me.
That's amazing. Do an impression of me.
Oh, you already know what mine is.
I do know.
Jacob,
So, like, is Magneto like a?
Jacob, he's like pouring a Coke at work or something, and he's like focusing on other things, and he's just like, in the comics, Magneto's pretty darn neato.
And this is me doing an impression. You doing an impression of me. In the comics, Magneto, he's pretty darn neato. It's never been done. I've never said those words.
All right, Jacob, I want you to do an impression of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, being typical Tony Stark.
Oh God, that's to think about something. All right, there's so much pressure now.
I got it.
All two of us. Okay, well let me give it a crack.
All right, do it, because I already kind of got mine.
All right. Oh, what is he doing here? Is he over here? Is he okay to be here? Are we okay with that? All right. Well, that man is playing Galaga over there. I don't know if that's okay, or I don't know what the fuck
I
I'm doing
remember. I
anymore.
remember that in
Doesn't
the
matter.
Avengers.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. That was a terrible impression. It doesn't matter. He's hard to do. You do yours.
All right. Huh. Purple guy with a magic glove destroys the world. Should have seen that one coming. That's gonna be a quip in the movie. I swear.
That makes sense. It's better than mine. That's for sure. I could not do that impression.
It wasn't even an impression.
prompted.
It was more just like saying what he's probably gonna say in the movie.
That's
They're
kinda
gonna
how
make.
he would say
They're gonna
that, too.
make some sort of reference. Oh, big purple guy with the magic glove. Should have seen that one coming.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Let's
kind of lame.
All right, let's predict quips for Avengers: Infinity War. This is going to be easy.
Is it?
Yes.
Are we done doing impressions?
No, feel free if you want to keep asking me.
I mean,
I'd rather do the impressions than the quips. All right.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
the
I
quips
think that's-
might have been funny, but if we want to keep doing
I think
impressions,
there's nowhere to go with that.
Are you telling me I'm good at impressions?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Owen Wilson.
Wow, like I'm not gonna cut my hair for this role, okay? And they're just like, Owen, like cut your fucking hair. No. Just cut your fucking hair, alright? Like it's taking everyone out of the movie if you just have this goofy long blonde hair. No, I don't think I'm gonna cut it.
Wow.
I don't like to cut anything anymore ever since I tried killing myself. Wow. That's true. He tried killing himself in 2006.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, suicide awareness. That's how I spun that into awareness. And just a joke.
Wow.
Wow. I'm not gonna cut my hair.
Wow. I was in a no escape. Wow.
Dude, me, David, we, Drew, and Nathan, we all watched You, Me, and Dupree.
Oh my god, that was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Yeah, it's a fun movie directed by the Russo brothers, who are directing Infinity War.
They also directed Community.
Yeah, and apparently some movie called Pieces that like Steven Soderbergh saw, and like he was like, "You guys are going places."
He saw like Pieces, like
Pieces is an indie film. It's some indie film that like only premiered in like film festivals.
Pieces. Or,
Pieces of broken glass, pieces of a
Oh.
Pop-Tart that freshman Hunter Mobley dropped in the cafeteria.
Are you speaking from experience, or is that just a random example?
There's an old photo that I saw David share on Facebook. It was like memories, and it was from like 7 years ago or something. It was like, I think it was Ernest, Dane, and Hunter, and it's just like a random picture that's taken. Like no one's smiling or anything. I guess David probably took the picture of him, and Hunter, like he's like holding a Pop-Tart, and it's like the most like Mobley thing I've ever seen.
David. It turns out David takes pictures of a lot of people.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's a peeping Tom.
Whoa, oh, hold on.
I wanted the camera to be on and me to just sway to the camera. David takes pictures of a lot of people.
You know who was really good at doing impressions? Kevin Spacey, R.I.P.
Yeah, boy, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He could do a good Johnny Carson.
Hey, do a Michael Myers impression.
Oh, like Michael Myers,
Like
the killer.
yeah, like from the Halloween series.
I've only seen like the first one.
I'll do mine. All right. You gotta like. That's how you do it.
Okay,
It's easy.
that really lends itself to the auditory senses.
Jacob, do
You know this is a podcast, right? Like it specifically is for listening.
Jacob, do an impression of Steven Spielberg.
God, I don't even know what Steven Spielberg sounds like.
You've
Is he
never
just
you've
like-
never seen interviews with him?
I'm a filmmaker. That's George Lucas. I'll just do it anyway. One time I met I don't even know, fucking John Ford. I met John Ford, and he told me, just look at the horizon line. Where is it in your screen composition? And he was like, I don't know. Or I was like, I don't know. I don't know where it is. And he's like, once you know that, you'll be a filmmaker.
Wasn't John Ford like kind of like a pompous ass?
Yeah.
And he was like, he didn't give a shit about like the craft of filmmaking because he knew he was like doing a better job than everyone. So when
Pretty
people
much.
like there's like some interview where like someone's asking like, how did you the way this scene's like lit and shot, and I don't know, it's probably like The Searchers or something, and like he's like smoking a pipe. He's like we filmed it.
Yeah,
we
no,
started
it was,
rolling the camera.
Yeah, it was like, how'd you shoot this? And he's like, with a camera.
Yeah, it's just like
And he's like in the desert. They brought him out into the desert to do this interview, and he fucking botched it. He half-assed it. John Ford can go fuck himself. No,
he's rolling around in his grave with his 4 Oscars.
Yeah. But you know what? You know how many Oscars Guillermo del Toro has?
None.
None.
Because he didn't win for The Shape of Water.
No, he'll win for The Shape of Water.
Instead, they gave it to
He'll win
Paul.
one.
They gave it to Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread. And Paul Thomas Anderson got on stage and he was just like, and then they just cut.
They really gave it to they gave it to Moonlight again.
They give it to Jordan Peele and he's just kind of like, this is my first movie. This is the first movie I directed and I'm really glad it was one of the most successful movies of the year, but thanks.
He's probably just like, this movie is a documentary.
See, like, when it comes down to that, like, if Jordan Peele won, which I'm glad he's nominated, I feel like his nomination is, like, a win in and of itself. But if he actually
It's
won,
insane, yeah.
like, if he actually won that, it would just be kind of like, I feel like if I were Jordan Peele, I'd be like, do I really deserve this award? You know? You get what I mean? Like, the award is that he got nominated for Best Director. And then who else got nominated? Greta Gerwig. If she won, like, she'd probably be like super happy and like tearing up and just being like, "Oh my god, this movie was a labor of love." And she'd be like, "Oh my god, feminism."
I mean, like, nothing. You say that, and it sounds like there's something wrong with feminism when you say that. All right, but like Jordan Peele, his reaction would just be like, "Thanks. I didn't even know if this movie would be good. Turns out everyone loves it, I guess. I don't know."
See, like, Del Toro seems like it just makes sense that he would win it. So he can give his monster speech and start sweating on stage. Like, he looks like a sprinkler when he's on, like, in, like, animation when someone's nervous, like, little sweat starts, like, raining off of them. He starts doing that, and then, like, whenever he's done, like, some janitor in, like, a crappy jumpsuit and, like, a really crappy mop bucket is just up there mopping the stage of his sweat. Like, while the camera's, like, panning away from, like, the stage to the audience and everyone's clapping. Just a janitor, little scrawny old man janitor mopping up Guillermo's sweat.
It's Harry Dean Stanton. Come back from the dead.
He didn't actually die.
I wonder if anybody that we're mentioning in this podcast will die.
Wait, we didn't talk about this on the last podcast, but if and when Guillermo del Toro wins Best Director, he's like, after he gives a speech, he's like, "Wait a second, everyone!" Or wait a second, everyone! Who's that in the crowd? And he points, and it's Hideo Kojima. Remember when we were talking about this?
Yeah.
And Guillermo's like, "What is that he's holding?"
And it's Silent Hills, the game.
The finished game on PS4, and he throws it to Guillermo, like frisbees it. And Guillermo, he kind of has to like jump. When he jumps in the air, his tuxedo kind of lifts up, and you can see his big, fat, hairy belly. And he catches it, and he's like, and he just goes, "The finished product." And then it cuts to like color bars. And then like the TV starts getting all staticky, and it's a commercial available now, Silent Hills. And everyone's just like, especially me, like just
no. And all you say is, "Oh wow, that looks cool. That looks good."
I call games.
It'll be good.
No, I like get up. I'm like wearing a robe, and like I slip onto some slippers, and I like go to like my cord phone, call, "Hi, this is GameStop. Hi,
Power to the players.
Hi, do you guys have sorry, I'm really sleepy. Do you guys have Silent Hills?" "Yes." "All right, I'll be there in a minute."
You're the only one there getting this stupid game
that everyone thought was canceled.
Yeah. So I checked out
Why don't they just take like the concepts and stuff from like the game and like make it into a movie and not call it Silent Hills?
Call it Silent High. Just take out the L's.
Just have Del Toro direct like a straight horror movie. That'd be really cool. I mean, he kind of does make horror movies in a sense, but like one that's made to like really like scare you. Not like, oh, it's also a fairy tale.
Yeah,
because that'd be really cool. He could do a great job.
Yeah.
because he loves monsters.
I mean,
and,
yeah, he does love his monsters.
yeah,
He loves his
they're part of
monsters.
him.
Yeah. Christopher Walken.
You want me to do impression?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to. I get him and John
Steve
Travolta.
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I've been working in. I don't know if I can do one. I'm picturing it in my head, but I don't know if I can do one.
Yeah.
I've
been working in.
I'm
just slimy.
I'm fucking ugly, and I keep getting work. I know you guys are talking about that with Zeke, how he's just like, I'm hideous, but
I still
become
am a worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a worker bee.
I don't think I can do a Buscemi one. Like, that's my Steve Buscemi impression.
God, that's disgusting. I love it.
All right,
That's so
a Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be a dramatic actor, but then everyone just started laughing at me, and I accepted it.
All right, now Travolta. Can you even do a Travolta?
Yeah,
That's kinda tough.
haven't I done one? I'm like, oh my god, I got hair plugs. Oh my god,
Oh my god.
Sandy. Oh my god, I got hair plugs.
That's pretty solid. Jeff Bridges.
Ooh. Well, if you're gonna do a Jeff Bridges impression, really, you're doing the dude impression. I think that's
more thinking like old man cowboy,
like
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, okay, like True Grit.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. Let's nominate him for an Oscar. That's my Jeff Bridges and True Grit. Just because I remember, like, he was really mumblecore in that movie. And it's kind of like the same with old people in westerns, dude. They're just like, and people are like.
Oscar.
Like Tommy Lee Jones in No Country for Old Men. He's just like,
you know what? Tommy Lee Jones.
And then I woke up.
This is a hot take. Tommy Lee Jones is the same in every movie. He's the same exact character. He just plays disgruntled old man. Like in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, guess what he plays?
He's
a
in
disgruntled
he's
old
in
man.
that movie?
Yeah, he is, and he's the same person he always is.
He's in Winter Soldier. Are you
No,
sure
no,
you're
no.
not thinking
Sorry. The first Avenger. He's kind of in the Winter Soldier. His
okay.
pictures in the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Tommy
Lee Jones is a great actor, though.
Yeah, he's great in that he plays the same role real well.
Here's my Tommy Lee Jones impression. I don't care.
That's not a good one.
That's his famous line. He won an Oscar for saying that. The Fugitive.
Yes.
Harrison Ford's like, I didn't kill my wife. And he just goes, I don't care. And then Harrison Ford jumps out of the waterfall, and then it cuts to like this massive wide shot of the waterfall, and you just see this like limp dummy falling. It's hilarious. Have you guys ever seen The Fugitive?
Have you seen The Fugitive, David? Me neither.
It's a good movie. Good movie. Good Harrison Ford film.
Hey, Mommy, can you take me to go see the new Harrison Ford film? It's called The Force Awakens. I wonder how he'll get out of this mess. Haha. He gets murdered, son. By his own son. He gets a lightsaber to the chest.
Alright, Jacob.
Then he gets thrown down the Star Killer base well. Then Jacob. His body is...
Jacob, shut up. I want you to do an impression of Ed Helms in The Hangover.
I don't even know.
Wow, you are just terrible.
Shut
up.
Kidding.
That's Ed Helms in The Hangover. That's a horrible question. Be like,
I lost my tooth.
I'm married to a hooker.
Is The Hangover a good film?
Yeah, it's pretty enjoyable comedy.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Just kidding. What do you think of cassettes versus CDs?
CDs are way better than cassettes. And they,
talking about that?
yeah. Are you about to get into cassette collecting?
Nah.
Because it's ironic. You know,
Literally only because it's ironic. Yeah.
because it's ironic. Because cassettes sound like garbage. Did you just fart?
No.
Oh,
Did someone knock on the door?
It was like your shoes, I think.
Oh, it was Colin's shoes.
my shoes.
Are you wearing them?
Yeah,
Colin,
I didn't-
you have beautiful shoes.
thanks.
I was kidding. I was being ironic.
Oh, oh, oh no.
Don't kill yourself. Bless you.
Hey, have you ever been like?
This is about to get fucked up. Don't be
Yeah.
careful with what you ask.
Don't you hate it when you're having like a nice family dinner and then your grandma comes out of the closet? And you're like, great, grandma's gay now, everyone. What if that was like the opening scene of a movie? Everyone, I just like to let you know that I'm finally embracing myself and well, I'm a lesbian. Grandma? I forget. I think it was me and Casey who came up with that joke because I think we were talking on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, it turns out my grandma's gay," and he was just joking around because he has like granny issues. Like he always makes grandma jokes.
Is Casey okay?
No.
Does he listen to the podcast?
No.
Good. Good.
I don't even think he knows what a podcast is.
Fair enough.
He's still living in like 2004.
Alex's mom today, 6 months ago, she was like, well, Alex mentioned the podcast or whatever, like, hey, Jacob has to go do the podcast. And Alex's mom was like, what's a podcast? And I was like, how do I tackle this? How should I go about explaining this?
It's simple. You say it's like a radio show, but on the internet, online.
That's what I said, pretty much.
And was she like, and what's a radio? And then that's when you realize that her mom was actually born in like 1806, and is still.
And
like,
she's just like, now finding out about all this stuff.
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
Yeah, and the reason she looks so well for her age is because her diet is just carrots and water. The key to immortality.
Carrots and water?
Yeah, that's all you need, dude. If you eat plenty of carrots a day and drink plenty of water, then you're good. You are healthy as a horse.
Because you literally only eat what horses eat.
No, I mean, like, you can eat any other things. Just make sure that you eat plenty of carrots and drink lots of water, and that's the key.
That's the key to living for like 250 years.
Yeah, just plenty of carrots and water.
Interesting.
What's a radio, Jacob?
I wouldn't even know what to say to that question if that were asked of me seriously. What's a radio?
What did you do with Alex's mom?
We went on a hike. It wasn't just... Can you not
sorry.
make that noise? Jesus.
I need a fidget spinner, apparently.
I was about to say the same thing. That's wild.
Someone
do you need a fidget with something?
Yeah.
Why don't you just...
Hold on, sorry, I'm really thirsty. I need to grab my water. I'm really fucking parched.
David, get in here. Maybe David should just sub in for you for the rest of this. Sorry, Collin. I got David a better cup because David's a better person.
Tastes like melted like refrigerator, you know, like ice, melted ice.
What? Melted refrigerated? That's not a thing.
You don't know that refrigerator taste that like ice has on it?
Sure, I like it.
You know what I'm talking about, like that refrigerator. It's like a plastic kind of taste. Yeah.
I like it. I like that taste.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then.
If you can.
Of course I can.
Shit. Let's see it.
I don't do it on camera.
You're not on camera anymore.
We don't know that.
What were we talking about?
David.
All right.
They're listening. Anyway, what?
Do an impression of Ultron from Marvel Studio Presents Avengers Age of Ultron TM.
TM
Yeah.
trademark
Mhm.
there? Is that what that
And-
was?
Yeah, and you can't just say there are no strings on.
All right,
me."
no worries. It's time for the Avengers extinction. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Here's mine. I am no computer.
I am no computer.
Do a Scarlet Witch impression. You know, she has so
I'm
many...
losing control of the thing. Oh no, I accidentally blew up an entire building.
Oh no, I just killed like 20 people on the 10th floor. And now the UN is after us.
Do an impression of Vision.
Oh god, fuck. It's like my Michael Myers impression. It's just him like staring around looking. Oh, I got a Vision one. I think I'm experiencing love. With you, Scarlet Witch.
So dumb.
Do a Steve Rogers
Oh
impression.
man, you know, I was born in like 1911, man, and like now I'm back. Crazy.
All right, here's
Boy,
mine.
I was on ice. And now I'm not. Wow, I'm like 100 years old.
That's like Rick and Morty's. That's Rick and Morty, like that's Dan Harmon and what's his face? If they wrote an Avengers movie and directed one, it just can you imagine that? God, what's his name? Chris Evans just being like, oh my god, oh man, I was in ice for so long.
Oh boy, Steve or Tony, I can't even remember who you are. No, he's just like Steve Rogers is just like this. Well, we'll find a way. Because that's what we do as the Avengers. We find a way.
Yeah, this was gonna be mine. They're pushing... Alright. They're pushing an agenda, and frankly, I don't think I agree with it.
It's golden.
You know what scene I'm, like, referring to?
What? The Sokovia Accords?
Yeah,
scene?
when, like, him and Tony Stark... Tony's like, well, what, are we just gonna keep fucking killing people?
The price of freedom is high. But it's a price I'm willing to pay.
Who's gonna avenge my son, Mr. Stark? That's...
And he's just like, gotta go. Iron Man suits out, blows her up, murders her.
You know,
uses his chest beam and just blows a hole in her.
You know, I actually really liked your Scarlet Witch impression because I thought I had you. I was like, "That's no one can do it, Brendan." And then just, oh no, I'm losing control. Blows up a floor in a building. They're pushing an agenda,
and frankly, I don't agree with it.
The government is after me. You know, it's a really, really bad line in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Mm.
It goes back to my hey, that's a nice jacket, Finn. That type of line to where it's like continuity, like in your face, is in Spider-Man: Homecoming when they're watching the PE course video and Hannibal Buress is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like a war criminal now. And like, I get it's supposed to be funny, but it's just kind of like, oh, continuity's sake, because like some Marvel fanboy would be like, well, isn't Captain America like in prison? Or, well, he's a war criminal, you know, so like, oh, we got it covered.
You know, this probably isn't the intention of that scene, but I felt like it was just kind of the director or writer just going, honestly, like, who even watches all these things? Like, Hannibal Buress is just like, whatever, like, I guess he's a war criminal now or whatever, it doesn't matter, it's just he's in it, don't care about it, it's fine, don't even worry, don't pay that close of attention.
All right, I have a new impression for you. Chris Evans as the Human Torch in the 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Hey, you want to see me flick my finger and have a flame come out of it? Because I can do that.
I got the Hots for you.
Wow, is he Ace Ventura? Human Torch?
I got the hots for you, baby.
I remember, God, there's so many stupid scenes in those movies. Can we just appreciate how good superhero movies are now? They're pretty good.
No,
Oh, all right, well, kill
they
myself.
suck.
I'll kill myself.
They
I guess.
suck. You suck. Stanley sucks. Isn't he accused of sexual misconduct?
Yeah, but all of his representatives were just like, look, he's a senile old man.
He came from a different era where it was
Yeah.
where quote unquote it's like Stanley's PR agent. He's like quote unquote what he said back in those days it was okay to grab some tush.
Tush.
Yeah, it was okay to pinch some tush back in his days.
That would be amazing. That would acquit him of all charges.
Mhm.
Not that there's
They were
charges.
like,
There are no
well-
charges.
I guess back in the day people were grabbing a lot of tush.
Tush.
Tush. You know what word reminds me
I
of
get
tush?
toots. Anyway, no.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and that is Tusk with Justin Long and Johnny Depp and the guy who played Jean Renaud or Jacques Renaud in Twin Peaks.
Is that the one where Justin Long turns into an elephant seal?
Yeah, he's
Or
also
a walrus?
he's a podcaster.
Oh no!
Do you know what movie I'm talking about, David?
No idea what you're talking
Oh god,
It's probably terrible from the sounds of it.
it was
It's
just
a Kevin Smith film.
dude, like I used to be such a big Kevin Smith fan. You know, I was 13, I saw Clerks, and I was like, "This is genius."
Really?
Yeah, I loved it, and like
Did
I
you
still
turn
do
into
like it.
Hunter Mobley in that
I
moment?
was like, "This is genius. This is brilliant." Like honestly,
Uh,
Honestly,
but like Kevin Smith, he's like a famous sellout, and I love Kevin Smith, but he'll even just be like, "Yeah,
I think Kevin Smith's a nice guy.
yeah." He's really like he's an awesome guy, but like I don't know, it's like his movies, like yeah, like Clerks is great. Mallrats is really goofy and and really not a good movie, but it's still enjoyable, but just really like dumb. So many like stupid jokes, but like it's fine because it works. You know, it's just a goofy mall Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Dogma?
Dogma is his most like ambitious and like creative movie. Dogma's cool. I like Dogma. Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back is kind of in the vein of Mallrats, where it's just so like goofy, but you still have a fun time. But it's not like great comedy. Clerks 2 wasn't very good. Chasing Amy, that's a good one of his. But then you get stuff like Tusk and Red State and Cop Out, which I never saw. Apparently Cop Out was really bad. But
Was that with
Bruce
that's
Willis.
with Bruce Willis
Yeah.
and Tracy Morgan?
yeah.
Wow. That's a great title for a buddy cop movie though.
Mhm.
Cop Out.
I'm trying to think.
Missed opportunity.
I feel like I'm missing out on other Kevin Smith movies. So the only one you've seen is Dogma.
Yeah.
What do you think of Dogma?
That was fine. It was
It's
interesting.
his
His version of it is much more interesting than the ending of the actual movie.
What do you mean?
He had like written in like an ending where like a warrior angel comes down in the end of the movie and like I don't even know, like looks at the camera and basically shushes the audience and then flies off. Is that not the weirdest fucking thing?
Well, I know God is in the movie, and
Yeah.
it's played by like I forget her name, Elena Morissetti. She was like
Alyssa Milano.
No, it is not Melissa Milano. It's like she's like one of the top selling recording artists like ever. I'll have to look her up, and she plays God. And she
Marilyn Monroe.
no, not Marilyn Manson. I forget her name. Alanis Morissetti, that's her name. She
Oh.
plays God, and like she like lets out a sheik and like blows up Matt Damon's head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a shit monster in Dogma,
Indeed.
and Kevin Smith was
Keep
also,
in mind, it's been a while since I've seen Dogma.
It's been a while for me too. has the restaurant Movies in it, which is also in Clerks too. It's called the View Askew universe. Because all the Kevin Smith movies take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
There's a new Jay and Silent Bob movie coming out. It's called like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot or something.
Really?
Yeah, here, I'm gonna look it up.
Is it with Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is he directing?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I thought he maybe like got like Christopher Nolan or someone.
Yeah, that would make sense that he would get them to do that.
Yeah, Chris Nolan.
It's called Jay and Silent Bob Get a Reboot. And Jay and Silent Bob return to Hollywood to stop a reboot of Blunt Man and Chronic movie from getting made. Because that's what Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is about, them going to Hollywood because they find out their comic series of Blunt Man and Chronic is getting made.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now it's getting reboot, and I guess it's going to make fun of all the reboots and everything.
Interesting.
Oh, apparently Brian O'Halloran as Dante Hicks is going to be in it.
Cool.
That's Dante from Clerks.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was going to make Clerks 3, but I'm guessing that the guy who plays Randall was like, no, I'm not doing it. It's stupid. It's obviously not Brian O'Halloran because apparently he's in this movie as Dante Hicks, so Clerks 3 never happened. Clerks is a fun movie, though. I like Clerks. Big fan of it. Have you ever seen Clerks? No. I'm gonna have to fart in your face. Yeah.
Clerks is okay. As a scale, like on a scale of 1 to 10, having not seen the movie, I'd give it about like a 7, I think.
Without seeing it.
Yeah. We're the only podcast that can do that, can review a movie without seeing it.
13-year-old me would be like, it's like a 10 out of 10.
Stop looking in the camera.
I'm recording the
Sorry, David. I'm sorry.
I was recording the time.
Oh.
So I didn't even see you. So
Oh.
I thought you were just.
Sorry about that. So yeah, Kevin Smith, cool guy, but he's made some bad movies like Tusk.
Kevin Smith, professional actor.
So, is there anything else you want to talk about today, Jacob?
You mean on this day of May or June, whenever it?
Yeah. We suck. We suck, guys. Oh, so when Jacob takes off his shirt, it's like okay, but when I do, everyone's like, ew, sick. We're sorry about this, guys. We're really sorry.
Am I that sorry? No.
I know, alright, I know how we'll close the show.
How?
I am going to read everyone the plot synopsis of Lady Bird on Wikipedia.
Okay.
No, we'll do Phantom Thread instead.
All right, yeah,
we'll
that's
do
fine.
Phantom Thread.
You know this isn't relevant to the people of May 25th, 2018. I don't even
No,
know
we're
what year it is. Do you know what year it is?
2049.
Yeah, because we saw that movie, and we were like, yeah, that's it. Alright, guys. Phantom Thread.
Okay.
In 1950s London, renowned fashion designer Reynolds Woodcock creates dresses and garments for members of high society. His charisma and genius is matched by his obsessive, controlling personality. Cyril? Is that how you say that name? Cyril? Cyril? Cyril?
Surreal.
Cyril?
Cheryl.
Cheryl? No.
Carol.
Krill?
Cereal.
How would you say that? Cyril? Cyril? Cyril?
Cyril.
Alright, Cyril, his sister, manages the day-to-day operation of his luxury fashion house and has significant influence over his life.
And they bang.
Reynolds is haunted by the death of their mother and stitches hidden messages into the linings of the dresses he makes. After debuting a piece for one of his clients, Reynolds visits a restaurant in the countryside and becomes interested in a waitress named Alma. He asks her out on a date and she accepts. Their relationship develops, and she soon moves in with him and acts as his muse, assistant, and love interest. Cyril is initially distrustful of Alma, but eventually gains respect for her willfulness and determination.
Why is this plot synopsis like a full summary of the film?
Because that's what it is. I'm literally we're talking about what the movie is.
Oh, you're reading the plot?
Yeah.
Okay.
After debuting a new piece for one of his clients, Reynolds visits a restaurant in the country. Oh wait, I already read this.
Solid.
At first, Alma enjoys being a part of his creativity and seeing him work, but Reynolds proves hard to please. You know, because earlier they say he has a controlling personality, and
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of like an asshole. So even though he's is interested in this woman, he's hard to love.
Yeah, it's basically Jane Eyre.
He's Byron.
Rochester.
Rochester.
You're a fucking moron. Just
They
kidding, you're
bicker.
alright.
They bicker constantly. When Alma attempts to make him a romantic dinner, Reynolds lashes out over how the meal is prepared and repeats to her that he will not tolerate any deviations from the daily routines that he has worked hard at perfecting. Wanting to regain her power in their relationship, Alma decides to poison his tea with some wild mushroom shavings she has gathered outside the house. As he readies a wedding gown for a Belgian princess, Reynolds becomes gravely ill and later hallucinates the ghost of his mother. But Alma takes care of him. He soon recovers, finds himself deeply moved by Alma's devotion, and asks her to marry him, but she tried killing him. I guess that he was like, wow, she tried murdering me? I love you. I don't know. She initially hesitates, or I guess he doesn't know that she poisoned him. I poisoned you with shrooms. Really? I love you. So I guess he doesn't know. She initially hesitates, but agrees to marry. The relationship goes well at first, but soon devolves back to a pattern of bickering and fighting, the results of Reynolds feeling it may be time to send Alma away. Alma responds by poisoning his omelet. She has a lot of toxins. She knows how to find toxins, and it's very impressive to know your environment, to be like, okay, like my natural resources, put these together and poison them. By this time, Reynolds deduces what she has done. Deducts. He finds out that she's trying to poison him. She informs him that she wants him to be weak and vulnerable so she can take care of him and help lower his defensive nature. Reynolds accepts the idea and bites into the food, submitting to his dark love for Alma. She imagines their future with a child and her running the dressmaking business as a partner, and acknowledges that while there may be a challenge ahead, their love for each other and their new arrangements can overcome them. And that is Phantom Thread.
I didn't expect you to read the entire movie to me.
Yeah, now we don't need to watch it, Jacob. No, we don't need to watch it.
I can tell you that I didn't see that coming as a story.
about a controlling tailor and how he forms this poisonous... He gives in to being poisoned. You may poison me. You may slightly poison me, so I become weak. Yeah.
Anyway, what a boring ass note to end this podcast on.
Here.
I just caught a glimpse of that camera lens. I just caught it.
It's fine. Just let me know when you guys are going to end the podcast tonight. So I'll make the ending the actual ending.
Okay.
Oh, wait, guys. Holy shit. I think we need to wrap up this podcast quick.
Why?
You hear that? Do you guys hear that? Holy... Dude, Jacob.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think it's coming from outside the door.
What? Really?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. It must be getting closer. Oh, dude. You guys aren't freaking out?
What? I don't even know what's happening.
You guys hear it, right?
Yeah,
what does that sound?
I did hear it.
What,
Yeah.
what does that sound like to you?
It sounds vaguely.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Vaguely, it sounds like someone grabbing their cheek and like making saliva noises.
Yeah, like
with
a wet, sloppy sound.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I've heard this before. But like, dude, we need to get like supplies ready. Like, this isn't fucking around.
Okay.
Like, this is some sort of invasion. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck, dude. David. Right, David. We need to go to your house.
I definitely heard that. Yeah.
We need to go to your house because you have lots of katanas and hammers and baseball bats.
I need all of the katanas and hammers and baseball bats.
Jacob, it's okay. Come here. Come here. It's
I'm
gonna
here.
be okay.
Yeah, I'm with you right now.
No, come here.
I'm in your arms.
I'm gonna keep you safe.
Jesus Christ,
right.
I'm in your arms. What more could you ask for?
Guys, you're
Collin, what is it?
We're being attacked.
What is it, Collin? You said you recognized the sound.
We're being attacked by the blob. It's the blob.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the blob. The blob. It's an alien from space. It consumes everything in its path. Oh fuck, dude! It's the blob.
You make that little like.
It was so weird. David, you might want to go ahead and start filming because we're about to end this stupid episode.
About 5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's about time. About time we ended this thing, Collin.
Oh, dude. It's the blob. We need a new blob movie. That's what like.
Do we?
We need a new blob movie directed by Jordan Peele. If he's gonna be the blob, it's a white blob and it's only eating black people.
That's a little racy.
It's Jordan Peele. He can get away with it. Fuck you. It's called social commentary. Yeah. It's called social commentary, right? Snyder, are you trying to tell me that these type of racial tensions shouldn't be addressed in film?
David had a perfect shot going, and you just ruined it.
Huh? I did? Whoops.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole, I guess.
Oh my god, that was great.
Well, then I guess we'll keep the podcast going so David can get more. For
No,
his,
we
his
need to
film
end this
project.
thing. David, do you think you have enough?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. Collin, I have a question for you. Where can you be found? Stop doing the stupid blob impression. Where can you be found?
Hiding. I'll be keeping myself bunkered in.
Get to it.
You need you're gonna need a flamethrower, all right? Flamethrower to take out that blob creature. So everyone, be safe out there. Oh fuck! I'm getting out of here. See you, everyone.
I'm just gonna do your fucking. I'm gonna do your fucking plugs for you.
Vroom vroom, out of here, suckers. Oh no, the blob.
Collin can be found on Facebook at Collin Goody. That's Goode. He can also be found at Twitter. Its account is non-existent. It's at Collin Goody, Collin_Goody. I believe his Snapchat is the same. Well, I can be found at Jacob's Wetsuit. It's one word, Jacob's Wetsuit. I don't know where else I can be found. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want, I guess. You can email the show at fppcreative.com. I guess we're on YouTube too. FPP Creative. Look us up, you know. Might have a good one. I don't know. You might have a good time watching our videos.
Everyone be careful out there. The blob, it's out there, alright? The blob, beware the blob! The blob, it creeps, it slides, it glides.
You know, people are sleeping in my house, right? Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching this weird time loop episode. I'm empty inside. Take it easy.
Kill myself.
Bye.